Now on CoastTV News.
Marijuana businesses here in Sussex County, the different rules being put forward by County Council.
Powered by the sun, 7 proposed solar farms are looking to move forward, but regulatory questions remain.
Home explosion. A lot have seen the video by now, but we have new details about the man that lived and died in this house.
Changes to Rehoboth Beach government, what's requiring commissioners to gather this week.
Get ready for the chill chatter. We're breaking down the cold snap hitting us tonight.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
State rules, town and city rules, now county rules when it comes to marijuana businesses. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with rules and regulations for recreational pot in Sussex County.
The County Council is in the process of determining how they will govern marijuana businesses and cultivation centers.
CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert has more on the debate over Sussex County's green future.
Seeing green in Sussex County. County Council is looking into what do's and don'ts they find acceptable when it comes to recreational marijuana stores and cultivation centers. But unlike the countless towns that have said no to pot, like Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach, the rules for the county are a bit different.
One of the things that that act said was that the towns can prohibit marijuana establishments and everything associated with that, but the counties cannot. And so what we need to do is be ahead of that, because right now our zoning code doesn't talk about where these can or should go in any way, shape, or form.
Possible regulations for weed shops include barring marijuana stores closer than a mile from towns' jurisdictions, forbidding any 2 marijuana stores from being within 3 miles of each other, and banning weed businesses within a mile of a school, church, college, or treatment center. I did speak with one person today who didn't want to get on camera, but they mentioned that they were not a fan of adding businesses for marijuana here in Sussex County simply because they didn't like the smell of the drug. So we've covered where they can't be, but for zoning reasons, now let's look at where they can be. The consensus of the council was to only allow pot shops in C3 heavy commercial district zones, which are areas along busy roads and highways that already have lots of shopping options. Jeff McCauley only sees the benefits of marijuana.
My wife has been a cancer nurse. She's also been a director of cancer. Some of those patients need it for pain relief, and they really see no problem with that. Recreational use, it's not something for me, but some people do it, so I think it's okay.
Sparking up the latest debate surrounding those who want to puff and those who'd rather pass. It is important to note that nothing was voted on today. The next steps in this process would be the drafting of an ordinance, which would eventually be voted on by County Council. I'm Charles Reinert in Sussex County, CoastTV News.
And this brings us to our CoastTV poll. Even though the county is currently not allowed to ban the sale of marijuana, we wanted to know if it could. What do you think it should do? And let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening.
Looking at the screen, 61% say yes, 34% say no. Not a lot of other votes for the other options there.
If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com, or you can use the CoastTV mobile app.
New tonight, in a major operation, the Talbot County Drug Task Force and Homeland Security investigations have successfully dismantled a drug trafficking ring on the Eastern Shore. After a year-long investigation, 8 people, including alleged kingpin Sherman Nathaniel Green Jr., were arrested, accused of importing and distributing illegal drugs. Green faces serious charges. Multiple search warrants across counties yielded over 1,300 grams of cocaine, suspected heroin, fentanyl, a large sum of U.S. currency, and weapons. Talbot County Sheriff Joe Gamble commended the collaborative effort of law enforcement agencies. All suspects, except Green, have been released on bail. And now let's take a live look outside to check on the weather. This is our Rehoboth Beach camera. No one outside on the boardwalk right now. It is late out there, but it's also pretty cold. I was chilled to the bone when I was outside earlier tonight. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, joins us with the forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. As an old blues song goes, the chill is not gone. It's not gone away. In fact, it's going to be here to stay for a couple of days, okay? Right now, we're holding at 38 degrees in Milton as well as Redden. We're at 39 in Millsboro as well as Selbyville, but 37 is where we're at right now. In Ocean Pines, Del Mar, and Greenwood. Now that I think about it, this is actually colder than our models are indicating. So our models have undersold how chilly it's going to be. I'm seeing that trend going into the colder or the most Arctic air that's headed our direction. Okay, so we're at 44 degrees, Ocean City, courtesy of our Royal Plus camera. We're falling into the low 40s right now and in Ocean City, but we have a small craft advisory that's active along the entire coast, meaning that it's going to feel a lot cooler than what the thermometer is indicating. So we'll talk about how low we'll indeed go coming up in your full forecast. Till then, back to you.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. Wicomico County sheriffs are investigating after a pedestrian hit and run. Police say it happened here just after 8 p.m. They were called to the area of South Upper Ferry Road and Siloam Road. That was on Monday. There they found Aaron Douglas III. After help from witnesses, the Princess Anne Police Department located a potential suspect vehicle. They say charges are pending. The city of Rehoboth Beach continues its search for a new city manager. On Monday, city government is meeting to discuss and consider qualifications of individual candidates, including interviews. Past city manager Lawrence Christian resigned in November, citing family issues. The Ocean City Air Show is zooming back to Worcester County. The just announced dates are at the end of August next year. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
Happening now, Delaware State Parks are celebrating World Soil Day. The park's Facebook page drawing attention to what it calls nature's original engineer, citing soil as a vital component of our ecosystem. And here's a fun fact for everyone at home. A single teaspoon of soil can contain more living organisms than there are people on Earth. That's a lot of life in a little soil.
And if you want to visit some of Delaware's parks and maybe get your hands and feet on some of that soil, entrance fees to all 17 Delaware state parks now suspended, and that's going to last all the way through February 29th of 2024. Enjoy free access to the scenic spots during the annual fee suspension. Daily fees will resume on March 1st of 2024. DelDOT says there will be lane closures on Route 24 at the Beacon Middle School and Love Creek Elementary School intersection on Thursday, December 7th from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. The closures, those are for traffic signal upgrades. DelDOT says to plan for minor delays.
A house explosion that shook a suburban Washington, D.C. neighborhood is now under investigation by local authorities as well as the FBI and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives.
As Emily Schmidt reports, police say the house exploded as they tried to execute a search warrant on Monday.
He's coming out.
For nearly 4 hours, people in an Arlington, Virginia neighborhood kept cameras trained on the drama unfolding at a nearby duplex. Police had come to the scene, they say, because there were reports of shots fired from inside the home. Arlington County's police chief says officers breached the door trying to execute a search warrant, faced gunshots, deployed a non-flammable irritant, and then the house exploded. Remains found inside are believed to be 56-year-old resident James Yu, according to police, who say he said little to them before the explosion.
There was very minimal communications.
Yet on social media, Yu had multiple posts on LinkedIn filled with conspiracy theories against government officials, law enforcers, media, even his neighbors. Posts on his YouTube account referred to lawsuits he had filed. Court records show 3 of those had been dismissed for being frivolous. According to the FBI, Yu had also reached out repeatedly to them.
I would characterize these communications as primarily complaints about alleged frauds he believed were perpetrated against him.
The FBI says the complaints never led to investigations, but now multiple agencies are looking at what caused Monday's explosion.
Yeah, I'm okay. The house blew up.
Hoping enough evidence survived the flames to tell more of the suspect's story. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
The Arlington County Fire Department says it had shut the gas off to the home before the explosion and evacuated neighbors as a precaution. Those actions, the fire assistant said, were undoubtedly saving lives.
Sussex County Council held 7 separate public hearings this afternoon for proposed solar farms. They're all proposed by Con Ed, one of the largest energy companies in the United States. They range in size and aim to provide solar energy to businesses and homes that cannot put panels on their roofs. The proposed sites are for south of Kendale Road in Lewis, on the south side of the Lewis-Georgetown Highway in Harbison, near Old Sailor Road and Woodland Ferry Road near Laurel, South Main Street in Bridgeville. There are 3 proposals in Delmar, West Line Road, Cast Right Drive, and Old Crow Road, the last of which raised concerns about land use at today's meeting.
Such as an increased risk of cancer, particularly childhood leukemia, and other potential effects on the nervous system. Those living in close proximity to a solar farm might experience prolonged exposure.
Hammerer worries that the land won't be able to be converted back to farmland in the future.
Council has to decide whether to grant the conditional use applications that would allow for the farms to be built.
Council voted to defer a decision on all of these proposals until a later date.
We are just getting started this evening.
Still to come, military promotions. The blockade of one senator has been lifted, and now hundreds of military men and women are moving on up.
Next, we're wrapping up in a blustery, breezy blanket blast. Clouds and cool winds are coming our way.
But first, a story of Rehoboth Beach through the eyes of children. How local students helped a retired teacher publish her first story. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Hello, family. I heard we need to discuss our water.
Dad? The neighbors didn't say we needed to discuss our water. They said our water is disgusting.
Be sure about your water quality with a free water analysis from Shore Water Refining.
Thinking about upgrading your bath or shower? Bath by Spice Brothers is making it easy with a limited time offer.
Right now, receive $1,000 off your new shower or bath. Save 50% off installation, plus 0% financing with no payments until 2025.
Choose your favorite style and color, and it can be installed in as little as 1 day.
Have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty and factory certified 5-star installation guaranteed.
So before you sign, keep Bath by Spice Brothers in mind.
Frustrated about your awful water? Don't be. Call Shore Water Refining. Be sure about your water quality with a free water analysis from Shore Water Refining.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Mermaids, dolphins, and the beach. Rehoboth Beach, to be exact, is the setting for former H.O. Brittenham teacher Kathy Miller's first book.
A children's tale of how 2 mermaids befriended dolphins on an adventure along the sand. The best part about the book is that the illustrators are children from the school.
As Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagrave shows us what inspired the book and how it's sparking creativity in students to pursue their dreams.
Adriana Hernandez is one of the few students that was selected to help create drawings for her former teacher's book, Under a Mermaid Moon.
It was really a cool experience, especially like being in a book that's actually published and going out sent to the whole world.
The author and previous English teacher says the idea for the book came from a dolphin sculpture that was painted with mermaids by local artist Julie Molyneux in Rehoboth Beach about 15 years ago.
It's really part of a dream come true for me, the living in Rehoboth and also the publishing of a book. And she was my inspiration.
Miller says having students work on the book with her turned the story into a culmination of Miller's passions.
I was just concerned about going out and getting sort of a generic artist, someone that I didn't know, someone that maybe didn't know the area. I didn't really want to do that.
Students were chosen for the project based on their artistic talents and enthusiasm, but each drawing was a chance to refine their skills.
I made the rocks and I tried to make them look more realistic, like the gray ones, and also these are some rocks that got some seaweed on them.
An experience that may have sparked some career ambitions in the process.
Maybe I want to be like an illustrator and an actor after this. It was a really fun experience.
Miller hopes to write a second children's book in the near future about the old locomotive that ran through Rehoboth Beach.
Under a Mermaid Moon can be purchased in Rehoboth Beach at Browse About Books or at Bethany Beach Books. I'm Tori Seagraves in Milton, Coast TV News.
Senator Tommy Tuberville has lifted his hold on the confirmation of hundreds of military promotions. The Alabama Republican announced Tuesday that he will no longer block promotions at the 3-star level and below. And new tonight, that has led to over 425 promotions. Tuberville had been holding up the nominations for months in protest of the Defense Department's policy that allows service members to get reimbursements for travel related to getting an abortion. Tuberville told reporters he has some regrets about not being able to get the policy removed. Tuberville told reporters Tuesday he will continue, however, to block confirmations for 11 4-star generals.
We break down our expectation for the day part forecast. We're expecting for by 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Look at the winds pushing out of the northwest at about 12 to 13 miles per hour. It's going to be a chilly situation. It's going to go from chilly to cold to, okay, enough already till we get to the weekend and we'll finally warm back up. Now, over the next 12 hours, we're going to stay in the 30s. But yeah, that's how we're pretty much rolling. I mean, we are expecting for it to stay mainly clear for the rest of this evening until we get into tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. So in Ocean City, we are looking at 41 to 40 degrees as we go into, let's say, 1 to 2 o'clock. Winds are going to be probably our biggest thorn in our side for the forecast, actually, for the next, let's say, 12 to 24 hours. High pressure is now settling directly on top of us now, so a bit of a clearing is going to occur as a result of that, and it'll keep all the messy weather at bay, at least for a short period of time. So the temperatures right now, we're at 39 in Millsboro, 38 in Redden, 37 in Greenwood and in Delmar. And so we're pretty close to where we were just 24 hours ago. Pumpkin patch forecast, or in case you like, let's say, going to get sweet potatoes. I don't want to forget sweet potato pie along with pumpkin pie because I want to be judicial with this. Listen, 45 degrees with about a 12% chance of rain. The field's going to be dry whether you're going to get sweet potatoes or pumpkins, okay? Winds are pushing out of the north. That's going to help add some extra flavor on the chill we're going to have for tomorrow morning. And we will be bulking up with a whole lot of cloud cover to start the day off. We'll see a bit of a clearing, and then right after that, there'll be a couple of sprinkles trying to pull through Milford and Milton. Since these light sprinkles have stayed pretty consistent, we're going to go with the fact that, hey, we're going to look at a little bit of wet rain for at least a smidgen of a period of time. Then it's out of the way. Thursday morning, we start off cloudy. And then by Thursday afternoon, the winds become more zonal. When I say zonal, by the way, I'm talking about from west, directly from the west going to the east, more so. Now, as far as what it's going to feel like, Thursday morning, it's going to feel like 24 degrees. I want to say that one more time. Thursday morning, it's going to feel like 24 degrees. And the models have been actually skewing warmer than when the actual weather, arrived. So even though we're looking at 24, I want you to think more like 20, okay? And so that's the kind of chill we have in the air. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast. We've been underestimating the cold, but also underestimating the warmth as well. So 58 could feel warmer than that. Sunday could be warmer than that, but we're expecting that rain on Sunday and Monday as well.
Something to keep an eye on. Thank you, Paul. Hackers strike again, this time taking data from the DNA site 23andMe. We're going to tell you what they did and did not get.
And next, another new weight loss drug, what you need to know, and the key approval it was just given when Coast TV News returns.
It hardly ever snows in our house this time of year, which can be a big bummer. But I still check every day, just in case. My mom says never give up, because the holidays are full of miracles. And they are, especially with my mom.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
What are people saying about that furniture store?
Your pricing is absolutely rock bottom. Very high quality names.
Brand new items straight from the manufacturer.
Fabulous for the quality.
They could be a showroom sample, they could be a discontinued item.
Which is why we can mark it down 50 to 80% off of regular price.
And anybody that doesn't believe it can look them up for retail prices online.
We can Google it real quick.
And you'll see that you're getting a real buy here.
I like to save money, and we want you to save money too.
3 miles south of Delmar.
Hey,
Hey, Linda, come check out my bathroom remodel. I'm having it done by those guys on TV. They do everything.
Paint me green and call me a cucumber. I thought they was gonna spice up your bathroom, Cletus. You should have called Peninsula Bath.
Listen, Linda, you made the right choice.
At Peninsula Bath, we do bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, competitively priced, and customer focused, and ready when you are.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Coast Country and Spicer Brothers have teamed up to help out our friends and neighbors in need and to support the causes that better the lives of all who live on Delmarva. If you know of a family in need or a charitable cause that could use some help, go to coastcountry.com and fill out the form today. Each month, we'll select a special event to feature and attend with a live remote broadcast. Coast Country Cares, built by Spicer Brothers Construction. Learn more at coastcountry.com.
Medication recently approved by the Food and Drug Administration for chronic weight management is now available by prescription. Drug manufacturer Eli Lilly made the announcement today. Zepbound was shown in clinical trials to yield more than 20% average weight loss on higher doses over 72 weeks. Stronger results than are seen with some of the other approved medicines like similar drugs. It is administered with a shot that patients give themselves once a week and is recommended on top of a reduced caloric diet and increased exercise.
Genetic testing firm 23andMe says hackers have accessed nearly 7 million customer profiles. In some cases, that includes users' ancestry reports, zip codes, and birth years. The company's filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission said roughly 14,000 of the company's user accounts were breached by the hackers. The company says it's notifying affected customers and has taken steps to further protect customer data.
The Labor Department reported today that job openings in the United States have dipped to the lowest level in 2.5 years. A total of 8.7 million openings were reported in October, a figure well below the Dow Jones estimate of 9.4 million. And it's the fewest openings since the height of the pandemic in March of 2021. The decline was widespread across industries, but education and health services saw the biggest decline, followed by financial activities, leisure, and hospitality and retail. Still to come tonight, Lake Forest and the Salisbury schools battling down to the wire. Relive the final minute from an instant classic in Felton.
And next, Amazon's holiday generosity, how college students can snag $25 flights home this season. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 11.
Windsor Teak Furniture Fenwick Island offers the world's best drop leaf folding tables with 20 different versions in stock. They can be used with one leaf up or with two, and when both leaves are folded down, the table can be stored in 8 inches of space. We have drop leaf tables in dining, counter, and bar height, and they can seat from 2 to 6 people. We have a table for you. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak, or check us out at windsorteakfurniture.com, and remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Chesapeake Healthcare is always growing, adding providers, including a new head of dentistry, expanding our mental health care to the Crisis Center in Berlin, and adding accolades. Several of our providers are Stars of Salisbury Award winners and finalists, as well as Best Local Pharmacy and Best Local Business. That's because Chesapeake Healthcare's office staff handles all the billing and insurance work, so our doctors have time to be doctors. Learn more at chesapeakehc.org.
Taylor Oil Company leads a family of services offering energy solutions to Delmarva since 1927. Summer heat can be taxing on cooling systems. Now is the time to look into savings offered by the latest energy-efficient heat pumps and air conditioning systems. DT Travis can recommend the best solution for your needs with just the right system for your home or business. The Taylor Oil family of services. One number for all your energy needs. Call 410-749-2151. Day or night, our service never sleeps.
Here at Go Glass, we like to bring your home improvement projects to life. We provide modern and elegant glass for any project. Elevate your bathroom with a stunning glass shower to create a spa-inspired atmosphere. Seamlessly connect with your outdoor paradise using our bifold doors. We offer insulated windows, patio doors, tabletops, mirrors, closet systems, screen porches, showers, shelving, glass railing, and much more. Everything available with 0% financing. Start your next home improvement project with Go Glass. Everything glass, friendly and fast. We're proud to be Delmarva's #1 glass company.
Rock Shop with Steve Mons. Weekday mornings, 6 till 10. Big 107.7.
Happening now, Amazon is helping some college students get home for the holidays. The company offering 3,000 of its Prime student members domestic flights for the holiday season for, get this, just $25. 1,000 flights will be offered each day for 3 days to join Prime student. You have to be 18 to 24 years old or enrolled in a 2 or 4 year college.
The holiday season is well underway.
And a lot of you at home may be feeling some stress.
Whether it's concerns about affording gifts, discussing current politics with loved ones, or dealing with prickly family members.
As Mandy Gaither reports, health experts say setting boundaries, that's important.
It's that time of year again, but before taking on what the holidays throw at you, make sure you're also taking care of your mental health.
A lot of times we don't want to talk about boundaries because we think it's negative or that we shouldn't need them. But the reality is healthy relationships have very good boundaries and they're very clear and understood by both people.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says setting boundaries can be uncomfortable. So first, recognize your triggers.
Thinking in advance, is there something that regularly happens that doesn't sit well with you or that feels like a violation?
Before a get-together, Baumstein says to get ahead of triggers by making people aware of them beforehand.
In the heat of the moment is not the time to bring it up because the reality is we aren't our calm, rational selves. We're emotional and we're heightened.
Next, if your boundary is crossed, have a plan. But Baumstein says to remember, we only have control over ourselves.
If somebody brings something up that you've repeatedly said is off limits, you can't stop them from doing it, but you can decide that you're going to shut down the conversation or you're going to leave, because this is really about you having peace and protecting yourself.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Baumstein says it's important for children to see their parents set down boundaries so that they can learn to do the same in their own lives.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yeah, the last time we had the Lake Forest Spartans on DSN, they stunned Milford football in the battle for the belt. And tonight's hoops opener, they didn't disappoint either. Season opener at Lake Forest. We're going to have to skip to the end of this one because a lot went down in the final moments. Let's take it to 1:30 left. Salisbury up by 4. Big Spartan possession. It's Darius Miller going to drive downhill, hits the layup, plus the foul. He finished with 33 points. This one brought Lake within 1. All tied now. 15 ticks left. They got to get it in. A steal off the inbound by Jackson Starkey. Stealing it from the Dragons. He nailed both free throws. Sparty up by 2. 9.3 seconds to play. Salisbury needs a bucket. Who do they call on? Tyler Ball fouled on the 3. He's headed to the line. A huge shift as he could either tie it or put the Dragons ahead. First shot rattles in. Next shot. Ball steadies, same rhythm. This one off the front of the iron. Lake's going to ice him. They call a timeout. Trying to put the shot in his mind. Ball, ice water in his veins. It's good. We're knotted up at 74 apiece. Spartans now with 6 seconds to work it all the way down the floor. They give the pass to Starkey, who wastes no time, jetting past the timeline behind the back. And how about the little kiss for the win? Buzzer sounds, game over. Let's take another look. Starkey was mobbed by his teammates. This is a serious way to end the home opener. Lake Forest and Starkey sending the folks home with a 76-74 win. That'll do it for Sports Tonight.
The holiday season is here, and with it comes many fun activities for people of all ages to enjoy, like the holiday lights and decorations put up all over Delmarva, of course. Take a look at your screen. We got this festive holiday house from Carmen Cook of Ocean View. Her front door is full of Christmas and winter-themed decorations like Santa Claus and sleigh, with skates out there out front. I love ice skating. Thank you for sending us your photo. We would love to see how more of you decorate your homes for the holiday season. Send us your pictures and videos to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse.
The Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing already. We have collected, how about this, over $125,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we all know, this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help, it's only grown larger.
Thank you so much to everyone who has donated to this year's Bless Our Children campaign, making sure every child has a present to open underneath the tree. All these cards represent your donations. Right now we have this cute one. This is from the Tomlinson family in Millsboro. Thank you so much for your donation. If you would like to donate, go to blessourchildren.org.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
The new upscale OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro is the place to go for fresh, hand-selected ingredients used to create the most delicious Asian delicacies. Come dine in, have a drink, and let our skilled chefs prepare your authentic Thai, Chinese, and Japanese dishes. At OC Chopsticks, we take what was good and make it better. Sushi rolls, noodle soups, General Tso's chicken, you see where we're going. Anything made fresh is better. Serving lunch and dinner daily, located at the Ocean City Outlets. OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro, we stay fresh.
Toyota-thon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more.
How did you...
Magic.
Buy a front-wheel drive Highlander with financing as low as 3.49%. Or check out an adventure-ready RAV4 and get $1,000 finance cash from Toyota.
Come in today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Life is a commitment. A beautiful journey that teaches us all that just when you think you've got it made, you've got another thing coming. To which we say, bring it on. You've got a heart that needs a hand. We've got hands committed to saving hundreds of hearts each year. You want your life back? We've got your back. And your hips. And your knees. You're facing a monster? We've got heroes. Life gets off to a rough start? We've got this. And this. And this. You have fear? We have hope. You're facing a storm? Hey, storm, is that all you got? Because we've got more. More ways to help, more ways to provide hope, more ways to prove our commitment to you. And that commitment, well, it runs deep.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, spruce up your space for the holidays with Stanley Steamer's Cleaning Magic. And experience the warmth of a community united in holiday spirit with Santa's letters. Coast Life tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
Let's go for a spin.
Be nice to me, Wheel.
And see where the wheel takes us.
Where am I going?
You sound like a kid in the backseat of the car. Wednesday at 7 on Coast TV.
Is your home ready for the holidays? The city of Seaford judging for the annual holiday decorating this week. The top 3 winners are going to be announced on December 12th, and they're going to receive, how about this, a cash prize. First place winner will receive $100.
I think I should start my own contest. The Send Your Weatherman Your Best Christmas Cookie Contest. I will judge you, and I will put your page up if you have the best cookie. I'm just putting it out there. Oh boy, my boss is going to call me tomorrow. Okay. Our umbrella winner was Gregory Sullivan of Milton. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. We are on the chilly side of things right now. It's 42 degrees in Lewis, 37 Ocean Pines, 38 Selbyville, 39 in Millsboro. It's on the chilly side, and it's going to become even chillier, especially with the winds that are picking up momentum around and throughout a good portion of the East Coast. So the winds are going to make the chill even a little more profound. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. 45 for Wednesday. We dropped to 28. We'll feel like about 21. Then on the first day of Hanukkah, we're looking for 46 degrees and more sunshine. Over the weekend, we warm up, but also over the weekend, we have that chance of rain sneaking in Sunday, particularly going into Monday. Don't forget to send in the cookies.
Thank you, Paul, I guess. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Remember, Paul's a vegan if you're sending in cookies. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.